What's up, everybody? This is City Total Liberation Green, and we are here with Miss Tammy. Yes. And this is going to be our testimonial video. We're going to really share some amazing stories, and we're going to see what happens when you actually decide to invest in you and change your life. Again, I'm Sydney Green, co-founder and the head of marketing and sales for Total Lip Service, the world's first sex work academy. So, Miss Tammy, how you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Well, you look snazzy.
Yeah.
You looking snazzy. You Miss Lavender Pink Hot.
Yeah. This might have to be one of my characters. I just might have to pull her out.
Let me just kind of talk about Miss Tammy real quick. She has been really an inspiration to me and everybody else in our group. We have a Facebook group for anyone who's remotely interested in being a phone sex operator or a cam model by way of our services, Total Lip Service. It's called TLSPSO Divas. And we have Miss Tammy here who's always motivating everyone. She's always posting testimonials about the money that she's making. And even if it's not about the money that she's making, she's posting something to encourage someone in the group, which is why she's really the current superstar of the group, in my opinion. You know, that's why I wanted her. I handpicked this one to come do this interview with me. So as you can see, she decided to be anonymous, and we're just going to get right into it. Thank you for taking the time out to do this.
You're welcome.
Yay!
Yeah, I'm excited.
I'm excited too. So tell me, what's your background? What did you do before you got involved with this whole virtual sex work thing?
Well, of course, I was in corporate, and as with any corporate job, it starts and it ends. And I got word that, hey, this contract is being renewed, but you're not included. So, but I felt really lucky because I was told months in advance. And that never happens. You just sort of come to work and boom, you're like, okay, that's it. Here's the box. But I was told like months in advance. So I just the wheels started spinning. And to be quite honest, Total Lip Service popped into my head. And I was like, okay, I'm going to look for a job. But in the meantime, I'm going to do this. And so I bought the training. I actually bought the training like a week or 2 or 3 before my job was over. And because I was waiting for that sale. I knew a summer sale was coming.
Oh, you took it to the summer sale, so you're relatively new. That was just a few months ago.
Yeah. And so I just started, getting myself together, stacking, doing the things that you would, I guess you would do. And once I started the training, and I will be very honest, at first I was like, this better not be no BS. But let me tell you, this training was like, it was hard. It was so deep and informative. And I was really shocked. I failed the test 3 times.
You did? Oh,
I did. But I was like, you know what? That means that this is real shit. So there it was. And ever since, I passed it and I got the Diva package. And I've been rocking and rolling ever since.
Okay, so let's rewind a little bit. So how did you initially find out about us? Because you said, initially, like beginning. Yeah.
So I heard about you through your video. Was it Pussy Power?
Pussy Over Pain.
Pussy Over Pain, yeah. So I saw that and I was like, oh, this girl is too much. But then I said, oh, wow, she's doing this other thing. I was like, oh, what is this Total Lip Service thing? And I clicked on it and I was just blown away. And I was like, what? Like, there's an academy, like somebody can teach me? I've always been told I had this really good voice and I should do it. And to be really honest, on the low, I've always wanted to do it. Like, who doesn't want to at least try it, right? And to see if you're good at it, right? And so I clicked the link and I just stayed connected, got in a group, and waited for my right moment to strike and purchased the package.
Nice. Okay, cool. Shout out to Pussy Over Pain. Yes, one of my finer moments. Which Diva package did you get? The custom, instant, which one?
Instant.
Okay, so you find out about the sale, you get into it, you take the course. Did you immediately get into getting your stuff together, or did you kind of take the course and then like wait?
Because I knew I had a limited amount of time, you know, and by then the job was over, and I was like, well, I have time now. I jumped in it. I think I was done in like 3 or 4 days.
That's good shit. I'm really excited about that. So tell me about, were you nervous your first phone call? Like, if you've never done it before, were you nervous? How did you feel going into your first phone call?
I didn't answer it.
What?
I didn't answer it. I was sitting right here in this office that I'm sitting in right now, and the phone rang. And of course, I made like a really cute name for the phone line so I know what it was. And I literally just sat there and looked at the phone like, no. And so I didn't answer the first phone call, but that was just one night, and it rang again, maybe about an hour or two, and I was just said, and I answered the phone, and my first caller was really interesting.
Okay, wait, before we get into that, I want to go, why did you, were you just nervous? Why didn't you answer the first phone call?
Yeah,
you were nervous. Okay.
Very nervous. Didn't know what to expect, you know?
So, okay, so you were nervous. That's interesting. I didn't know that. Okay, so you end up answering the first phone call, and then what happens?
The first phone call, the guy wanted me to sneeze.
I know that caller.
Yeah.
I know that caller.
And what's really funny is that I have a really weird sneeze. And I sneeze really high pitched and like a mouse, like, you know, I have a weird sneeze. So for somebody to call me and say, you know, I'm going to pay you $1.99, I want you to sneeze for 30 minutes. And I want you to tell me if you take your allergy medicine and how bad the pollen is where you're at. And basically, I'm going to get off on that. But I did it, and I was like, oh, okay.
That's really funny. I'm sorry to cut you off, but that's so funny that was your first call. We went over sneezing in the trap. You know what I'm saying? And so, had you not taken that phone call, would you have? What do you think your reaction would have been if you had not taken the training and known? Like,
okay. So I always tell people this, like when they're inboxing me or asking me questions, I'm like, the training is going to give you information that you are not privy to. You think you're nasty, you think you're kinky, you think you're wild and you're out there. You may even think you're a hoe. You ain't no hoe until you know all the stuff that you really need to know. It really is an eye-opener, and there's so many things that people are interested in. And the terminology is just the terminology and the abbreviation or the acronyms. Man, I used one of them. I used the training the other day, and he sort of told me what he wanted, and I was like, okay, you know what? I need to research this. And he's like, oh, I'm going to call you at 8 o'clock. And I'm like, oh God, okay, because he emailed me first, and I went right to my notes from the training and from the test, and went to those notes, and that ended up being an hour-long call and a regular. I mean, it just happened last week, but this person has called me twice so far.
Yes, this is so rewarding. Wow, that's so rewarding. And y'all bitches are lucky because we did not have no goddamn lip service. We had to figure things out, literally. Like, you know how grateful you are for the training. Just imagine me and Stephanie having nothing. We didn't have anything. We really had to figure it out. We had to. It was just so weird back then. Like now, hearing some of you guys say these things, having a note to go back to. Oh my God, they said they just threw us on phone 6 months. That's how it was. They just threw our ass on there and said, "Hope you get it together," and that was it. Like, so this is really crazy. Okay, so you had your first phone call. It was a sneezing caller. Okay. Yeah. And how long did that phone call last? Do you remember? Around about
30 minutes. But what's really interesting is that I was chatting him and speaking to him at the same time.
Double the money.
Yeah. He happened to have a house full of people, And he chatted me first, getting all the information, I guess, filling me out. And he said, oh my gosh, it would be so better if I can hear you. But if I call you, I can't talk. I'm just going to have my headphones in. And so he would type things, and then I would answer the questions, or I would sneeze over the phone. So yeah, double the money. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is so good. So you actually got privy to, you got actually thrown with two things, a sneezing caller and a silent caller. Because this is the thing, even though you knew what the phone call was about, which really did help you out, you still have to have a skill set to carry it when they're not talking. That's still a skill set. Even though you knew he wanted to sneeze, for you to be able to carry that phone call when he couldn't talk, you're a beast. I mean, I didn't know this.
The notes were the thing. The notes really helped. I mean, Stephanie, I think Stephanie mentioned, she talked about the silent caller in the training, and I'm like, I'm good at stories. I can carry a conversation. I mean, the greatest minds talk to themselves. So, it's like I'm talking to myself. But I was, chatting and, sneezing on the phone.
Wow, for your first phone sex call to be a silent one damn near, and you held it for 30 minutes. Oh my God, I can't express how much you should feel like a boss with that. Like you're spoiled, right? You're a diva. We get it. We created the training for you to feel like, for you to go into it and get this kind of success. But please don't ever take for granted the fact that your first call was 30 minutes and it was silent. Do you know my first 30-minute call probably took me about months to get? Like, it took a long time for me to get that. Like, y'all just don't understand what y'all are. Like, that's dope. So how much money would you say?
That call, let's see, for 30 minutes, that's like what, $45, I think. I think that's almost close to 50.
So you made $50 on a silent call, your first phone call. But is that including the texting or no?
Yeah. Oh, so the texting is 69 cents. So plus the 199. Oh, yeah. I mean, man. And we exchanged at least 40 texts.
So if we round it up to $1, that's about $4. That's about maybe 30. Let's be modest. That's like $30 plus the $50. So about $80.
$80, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And how much? I know it was a sale, but how much did you invest in your Diva package?
Oh, I think I invested $175.
Okay, so
that was the summer sale.
That was a summer sale. Now look, this video is gonna be online for a long time. Ain't no goddamn Diva package ever gonna be no damn 175 again. So let's just I don't want you to get you through it about that part. But what I want you to hear is she invested 175 in herself. And then her first day of being on the line, she damn near got half of that back. So what is that? So you got made about $80. And then so you damn near basically, I mean, give or take, about another, what is it? $90. You damn near got like half your investment back already, right?
Yeah.
So that lets you know it's just so much I can say about that. So the universe tends to work like that. She could have invested $1,175, and guess what? It would have gone the same way because her vibration was that she would have manifested half of 1,100. So don't worry about the initial investment. Really, you shouldn't have to worry about that because the key word, you're not buying the package. I don't really refer to this as buying anything. You're not spending money, you're investing it. So that was dope that you got it back so quickly.
Yeah. And then some. I mean, throughout that week, I think I've made enough to probably buy at that same rate that it was at that time. I'd probably be able to buy about 8 Diva packages now. And every day I get a deposit.
This bitch with love. Okay. This bitch invested in a damn Diva package. The first day, this bitch, not only did she get because this bitch is a term of endearment now. Who holds a silent caller? I mean, I ain't doing that now. So it took you maybe about 48 hours or so to get your investment back. Less than a week. Perfect. Okay, so we have that. So how are you feeling while this is happening? Like, are you like, oh, were you surprised that it was that easy? Like, I always want to know how, when you heard that payout for your first call you saw, how was you feeling? Was you like, oh my God, these bitches wasn't just trying to get me? They for real. This is like, how are you feeling?
I watched that when you first get on the website and there's a little snippet of you listening to one of your calls and it says, this call lasted that much time and you made $300, right? So every time, even if it's a 10-minute call, I sit on the phone and I wait to listen because in my head I'm tallying up. But you know what, to be honest, I was really grateful that my first call was so easy because I feel like it knocked the nerves off and I was no longer nervous. So from then on, it was just like, okay, bring it on. You know, like, who's next? Look at Stephanie. Even if I get someone that hangs up, I'm like, okay, yeah, 5 minutes, I got that coin, so whatever.
Yeah. Okay, so tell me about your most memorable phone sex experience. Like, when you think about, oh my God, testimonial, what comes to your mind? What experience?
Okay, so recently, I take naps now in the middle of the day. I love it, right? So because I want to be up, because my night flirt people always call in the middle of the morning, so I'm up, and I get this caller at about 11:30, I think, and we're talking on the phone, and he's really just he told me that he was on a business trip and he wanted a cheerleader. He really was just like, I'm doing this, I'm going to this business meeting. It's very stressful and my wife is not being super supportive. She's kind of upset that I'm away and I need someone to just be nice to me right now. And I was like, oh, okay, and so I just started asking him anything that I would normally ask my boyfriend. How was your day? What's the meeting going to be about? Are you ready? Do you have everything? He wanted a girlfriend experience. And that's one of the things in the notes. So it was like, okay, I can do that. He totally went about his morning routine. I heard him peeing. He was brushing his teeth. Room service came, gave him breakfast. He was eating. He put me on speakerphone and he was just sort of describing what he was doing and talking to me, and I was talking to him. It was just really a back and forth, like a regular phone call, like any guy that would call his girl or vice versa. And then he walked out into the lobby. He went to the concierge. Like, he went on about his regular day, got into the car. I was on the phone with him until he got in the elevator at the building for the meeting. And he's like, wish me luck. And I'm like, babe, you're going to be so great. And I was just like, cheerleader girlfriend for like an hour and maybe 50 minutes or so. And that call lasted an hour and 50 minutes. That was $58. That happened 2 weeks ago. So that was one of my most memorable ones because it was so easy. He just wanted somebody to say bravo and good luck and, good luck, babe. That's really all he wanted. It wasn't even a sex call. Time is totally money now, and I couldn't even imagine if I was single being on the phone talking to guys and not getting a dime. I'd be like, girl, what? Like, you got 5 minutes to impress me because I got stuff to do.
I love it. I love it. That is fantastic. So I'm just super, super proud. So if we have a lot of different people who find out about us at different stages in life. Of course, people have multiple reasons why they wouldn't want to do it, even though they want to, or why they wouldn't do it even though they want to. One reason that people say, so what do you say to people who say, well, I want to do it, but I feel like this is, not good morally. Do you find that this is do you have any moral conflicts with doing this kind of thing?
I don't. I don't. Man, I don't. There would be something like I would totally go girlfriend on him and be like, bitch, really? Like, what did you do last week that you know? Like, come on. You did it out in public, most likely. You probably did it with somebody who's not even your man. And, you know, like, this is the phone. This is the phone. These people are not touching you. You can't touch them. I'm providing a service and I sell minutes, like you guys say. I'm a salesperson, and it's my job to sell those minutes and keep you happy and on the phone as long as I can. I control the total situation. So morally, I mean, ooh, if there's a call that I feel uncomfortable with, I hang up. There's nobody monitoring me. I think folks get so caught up in like, oh my gosh, if I hang up, or what should I do? They're so stuck in the 9 to 5 thought that they don't understand that, girl, nobody's checking for you. If you don't want this call, you can pretty much hang up
And
go
block.
about your day.
You can block.
Right. I mean,
Okay, so what do you say about somebody who's in a similar position as you were? The job is coming to an end. That could make someone feel like the investment is not a smart idea, but simply because they know that their guaranteed stream of income is coming to an end. So they have the thought process, if I see this, I see the price of it could be, I don't care what the price is. You said 175, whatever the price is, the mentality is still gonna be the same. You know, what do you say to those people who are in a tricky situation with their job? They're shaky, maybe they don't have enough money, but you know, or whatever. What would you say to them as far as taking the leap or not taking the leap?
take the leap. I mean, take the leap, get on and get this money. I've been online for years, and I've done other things, you know, MLMs, network marketing, all that stuff like that. And I swear to gosh, I've never made this much money outside of a 9 to 5 ever, and so fast. Um, and then, you know what? If you don't have the money, you have some money right now, start saving, start stacking. Pretty much, you know, what's crazy is that I started saving money because at the point the Diva package was like $2.99 or $3.99, and I didn't necessarily have it right then. I saved all of that money, but guess what? When it went on sale, I mean, I had money left over. So all of that money I had saved, I ended up having some left over. And I say take the leap, get in, get on the lines, be in the group, get all the support, ask all the questions you want. There's someone online all the time, all day, at all hours of the night and morning and afternoon. You're not going to be alone. I think the group is amazing, super supportive. You guys, Stephanie and you, Sydney, are in Ava, and what is it, Sunshine Francis?
Sunshine, she's yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everybody's super supportive, and you know, you're not going to be alone in this. The community that you guys have built is just amazing, and it's judgment free, and everybody's like, yes, girl, get it. You know, there's no teams, there's no, you know, all this pretentious stuff. It's like, this is what you do, this is how you do it, go, you know, like you're getting the information, but the training is definitely going to be key, because I know I'm not going to sit there and give you all the training. You're going to have to purchase that because you know, there's so much in depth in the training, and I think it's absolutely amazing. And if I didn't have the training, you know, no matter how sexy you think you sound and all that stuff, you will not be prepared to be on that phone for some of the calls that are going to come in. You know, like a silent caller, you may be like, oh my gosh, this person hung up, and you'd be missing out on $80. You know?
Yeah, silent callers are tricky. I can't stand a goddamn silent caller. You better be on me liking them motherfucker. I be like, bitch, blah blocking you. I don't want to talk to you. How do you stay motivated? You are definitely one of the strongest people in the group right now. You keep everybody so motivated. What do you do personally to stay mentally sharp, feeling good? Because some days may be slower than others. How do you overcome that?
Well, I do a lot of my affirmations. I do meditation. I do lots of money affirmations, and I make sure that I read. And you know what? I think watching that little ticker, all of that motivates me, because it's like, I made XYZ money yesterday. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
I stay motivated by, doing my money affirmations. And I do a lot of, personal affirmations, like, you're the best. The people that are calling you want you. They request you. They're special to you. When you answer the phone, you're excited. They're excited to speak to you. I do just I pump myself up. I cheerlead myself a lot.
That's very important. If we go over that in the money manifestation video and in the mastery program, we're very big on personal development, because all the skills in the world, you have to have that other piece. You have to have that personal development piece, because it is, because some days are not always going to be busy. It's going to be sometime. Well, for me, in my experience, I've had slow days, I've had slow weeks, I've had slow months. You know what I'm saying? So how do you keep your shit together? Like, how do you stay motivated? You have to keep yourself together. So I think you've done a fantastic job. I'm super proud of you. Like, you are absolutely flawless. I think you're shit. I really, really, really do. And I appreciate you doing this. Any final words to that person who just got one leg over the fence? They just got to get the other leg. Like, they almost there. Like, any words you would say to anybody out there just to close out?
Get out of your own way. You're stopping yourself from making money. Nobody's stopping you. You don't even have to tell anybody that you're doing this. This is the easiest money I've ever made, and I know I can make so much more, right? Get out of your own way. Don't stop yourself. If this really is, if it's in your stomach, and every time you see someone in the group saying, how amazing the money is, and you see everybody being super supportive, jump in. Jump in. We're here to help you. The group is amazing. The training is going to be a lifetime of use. It's going to be a skill that no one can ever take from you. And I love things like that.
You are the bomb. I really do appreciate you so much, Tammy. And on behalf of me and my business partner, Stephanie, this bitch here, that bitch there. No, I'm only kidding. On behalf of everyone at Soul Lip Service, I want to say thank you so much. With that being said, this is our testimonial of the month from Miss Tammy. Be sure that you join us in the Facebook group she keeps talking about. It is TLS. PSO Divas, and go to www.totallipservice.org and invest in your Diva package today. So thank you so much. We'll talk to you in the groups. Bye. Thank you. How do I do this, girl? I think it's recording. I'm gonna have to edit this. Okay. Hello. What's up, Miss Tammy?
Hey.
Phone sex diva, making all this goddamn money. You are definitely an inspiration. Let's start off by saying you're an inspiration in the group. Anyway, this is Sydney, Soul Liberation Green, co-founder and executive of marketing. I'm gonna edit it out. I am fucking up. I don't even know how to say my own goddamn title. What the fuck is my title, bitch? Founder and executive and head of marketing. Okay, I got it. Okay. Anyway, hello, what's up, everybody? This is Sydney, Soul Liberation Green, and we are here doing our testimonial video. We get real stories on how your life can really change when you invest in yourself. We have Miss Tammy here today, and of course, I'm Sydney Green, the co-founder and the head of marketing and sales of Total Liberation. That's not the name of the company. It's Total Lip Service. Again. I fucked up. Okay. I'm better live. I'm weird with recording videos. Okay, anyway, I think it's psychologically I know that I can do it again. So therefore, like, I fuck up. Anyway, when live, I just have one time. Okay. It's great to do that. That is my loud ass phone. That's my grandmama. 1 second. We're going to edit this part out. Oh, hold on. so cute. I'm doing something for my business right now, so let's call you back in a little bit. Why don't you let go sleep? Okay. Okay, I love you. Bye. Bye. But you're wrong. All right, I'm sorry. That was we're gonna edit that out. That was like I love her. Okay, anyway.